Welcome to Agoracom, the small cap epicenter, and Agoracom TV, a daily, fast-paced, edgy show that brings you the best press releases out of the small cap world every morning at the open, so you can hopefully profit from them and maybe even find your next great small cap investment. Now, it's Tuesday, November the 27th. I've got 7 great press releases for you from both sides of the border, so let's get right to it. First up, Noront Resources trades on the TSX Venture Exchange under the stock symbol NOT. Full disclosure, they are an Agoracom client, but this news speaks for itself. They've engaged JP Morgan to assist the company in evaluating strategic alternatives to maximize shareholder value. Specifically, they'll be developing strategies to unlock what Noront management and the board of directors believe to be a significant unrecognized value in the company's stock price. What does all that mean? Best to go right to the quote from Richard Nemes, the company's president and CEO, who said the following. We're very pleased to have a firm with JP Morgan's global relationships in the mining sector, working alongside our longtime advisor, IBK Capital, to explore ways to create value for our shareholders. Noront continues to divide its very attractive nickel-copper discovery as well as its high-grade gold discovery, and believes that these assets will be seen as an attractive development opportunities by several global mining companies. JP Morgan's mandate will include the coordination of discussions with interested parties on a potential investment in or acquisition of the company at a time and on terms that produce the best possible value to Noront shareholders. I think that says it all. The company closed yesterday at $5.05. Next up, Pro Travel Network trading on the OTC under the stock symbol PTVL. They put out their Q1 numbers. Revenues nearly doubled over last year, 97% increase to just over $2 million. Gross profit, $736,000. That's up 65%. Companies also posted pre-audit net profitability of $150,000 for Q1. What does the company do? They're a direct-to-consumer service business leveraging powerful home-based business concept within the travel industry. They closed yesterday at 35 cents. Back to the TSX Venture Exchange, VGS Seismic, trading under the stock symbol VGS, announces $5 million in recent license sales. Big numbers out of them. Cash sales exceeding $5 million of licenses took place in Q4 of 2007 and up to the date of this news release this morning. Year-to-date, license sales have been about $11.5 million. And when you combine this low-cost business model with a small team of senior-level professionals, the company is saying that they're generating significant positive operating cash flow. What does the company do? They identify, create, and market digital seismic data for licensing to oil and natural gas exploration companies. I like that business. What does that do? It basically allows oil and gas companies requiring 3D seismic data to lower their finding costs by purchasing existing data from the company. They closed yesterday at 37.5 cents. Back to the OTC. Xinyai Technology trades on the OTC and the stock symbol XNYH. Put out their Q3 numbers and their consolidated Q1 to Q3 numbers. Let's go straight to them. Revenues Q3 up 43% to $3 million. Net income for the quarter up 36% to $982,000. Huge margins there. Revenues for the 9-month period up 46% to $8 million. Net income for the 9-month period up 90% to $1.9 million. They closed yesterday at $1.12. Great numbers out of the company. They're in the financial documents printing industry, and you know how we feel about these up-and-coming Chinese small-cap companies that are delivering real products, real services, and generating real numbers. That's one to watch. Back to the TSX Venture Exchange. Eurocontrol Techniques trades on the stock symbol EUO. They announced a 4-year contract with the Ugandan Ministry of Energy for their marking of their gasoline, kerosene, and diesel supplies. This is a 4-year deal that's going to generate approximately $1 million in revenue for the company, so that's a big number. What does this do? They have their Petromark. It's a trademark. Petromark solution addresses 2 major problems in the oil industry. It combats the trade in illicit fuels and provides brand protection for large oil companies. I've got a quote here from Mr. Disam Kiguli, Fuel Marketing Project Manager of the Ugandan Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development. Uganda is proud to be using the best technology available to reduce fuel adulteration and smuggling in our country. Obviously, this is a very big problem, and they're counting on this TSX Venture company. We like contracts like that. The company closed yesterday at 28 cents. TSX Venture, RAM Telecom, trades on the stock symbol RTC. They put out their interim Q3 numbers, and usually that means they've got good numbers, and they do. Revenues up 43% to $1.262 million. Net loss is down from $480,000 last year to $260,000. So revenues up, losses down, like that trend. They increased revenues in both of their satellite divisions, where the sales continue to grow in Western Canada in the oil and gas and mining sector. So they're in the satellite industry, and they're targeting some pretty great customers. In October, we did a little looking around. The corporation announced a new contract with Shopcast TV to provide satellite services to 60 Walmart Canada stores. That's a big deal. The company's CEO, Ralph Miser, stated expansion into underserved markets increases on a monthly basis as the demand for carrier-grade satellite services grow. What do? They're a satellite service provider for broadband data and voice business communications. That sounds like a pretty big space to be in, but what I like is the niche they're going after. They're designed for medium and large enterprise in the oil and gas, mining, forestry, and government agencies. That's the sector they're going at, and what they're really trying to do here is provide continuous real-time communications between central offices and remote locations anywhere in North America, and that is an issue, especially with small and medium-sized businesses that closed yesterday at 28 cents. Finally, Midway Gold trades on the TSX Venture Exchange under the stock symbol MDW. They announced significant shallow gold intercepts in the Nano Zone, approximately 4,000 feet northwest of the current Pan resource. That Pan project, a lot of you are familiar with this area, is located on the south end of the prolific Battle Mountain Eureka gold trend in central Nevada. Just some of the numbers here, but you should go through all the rest. 65 feet of 0.021 ounces per ton of gold. 55 feet of 0.028 ounce per ton of gold, and 50 feet of 0.021 ounces per ton of gold. These holes follow up drilling completed earlier this year, which encountered a previously reported intercept. This is a pretty big number, 65 feet of 0.048 ounces per ton of gold. The company closed yesterday at $3.19. That's it. 7 great press releases. Had to get them through those quickly. So if you want to see them again, just replay this video. Otherwise, go over to our blog where you see these notes posted. You can take a closer look at them and maybe add some of your own due diligence. Otherwise, if you're looking for more great small cap companies, don't forget about the Agoracom Marketplace. Over 75 companies listed by industry and exchange, so you can find the ones best suited for your portfolio. That's a wrap for the day. Have a fantastic day, and we'll see you tomorrow.